In this video, we're going to be making huge improvements to the pond. Thanks to RPS water pumps, we're going to be able to put a solar aerator, which is completely run by solar, adding a ton of oxygen to the water. And they also sent us out a solar water fountain, which is also going to circulate and add a lot of oxygen to the water. But that's what it's going to look like. As of right now, it looks like this. Okay, it looks like a pallet, and this stuff is heavy. But man, once we get it installed, this is going to be the real deal. As you know, the pond, we've been doing a ton of epic videos there. They've got a ton of food. They've got a bunch of structure. They've got a lot of water. But really, oxygen is probably the limiting factor right now, just because a fish can only get as big and as many as the oxygen can support it. And sometimes when it gets really hot in the dead of the summer, hardly any rain and really, really hot, you know, there's potential for things to go bad, and that's just when their oxygen is at its lowest. But with something like this, a water fountain and a water pump, it's going to keep that water circulating, keep a lot of air in the water. For fish health and water health, this is taking it to the next level. But yeah, before we get too far into it, let's just go ahead and unbox it and stuff. I've already partially unboxed it and stuff, but I'm gonna be honest with you, dudes. It's a lot of stuff. This right here is just the solar fountain, maybe. I think what we're going to do first is probably set up the aerator. And there's a lot of pieces with this, but we wanted to go big because we plan on putting this up once and it lasting a long time. So, and the bigger you go, the more oxygen you get. So, this is the diffuser. This is the thing that goes about 15 feet deep, and we pump air to it and it bubbles up in the tiny bubbles. That is essentially, you know, on an aerator, the air stone, the little part where the air comes out. This is that, but on a lot bigger scale. And we're gonna have 2 of these. So we got 2 of those. We got 2 big rolls of water air hose. We got a bunch of solar panels. And then we got this box, which is the actual pump. We gotta figure out it. Today, my objective is simple. Get this thing down to the dock, because that's where it's gonna be. If I can get this thing down to the dock and on the dock, that's my objective for today. It's not that heavy either. I think I might also take the air stones, and I'm gonna work on the duck house too. So yeah, let me pull the truck around here. We're gonna get half of this stuff loaded up, and we're gonna get it down to the pond right now. With the floating dock that me and Ethan built the other day in the earlier video, that's gonna be our station for like the aerator pump. That's where it's gonna live at. That way it's easy to get to, easy to work on if we ever need to, easy to install, and we don't have to kill weeds and stuff if it ever grows around it. Plus, the place that the dock is at is in more of a deeper centralized location anyways, which is where we want the aerator to be. All right, so I need this big old box and make sure nothing flies out on the way down there. Oh gosh, it's heavier when you pick it up like this. This is a pump. This is the biggest, heaviest thing besides the solar panels. But now the solar panels are going to be a little different. This is the actual pump itself. And this thing, I'm telling you, dude, this thing's a powerhouse. Tell you what, we can actually get this thing hooked up today. Yeah, I think we can actually get part of this hooked up today. Now, there's very important instructions as to how you go about starting this up. If it's really hot in the summer and you go from no oxygen to turning the pump on full blast, you can actually kill every single fish in your pond, because it's something with science, okay? Just trust me, bro. Trust me. But it goes too deep and it circulates too much and too fast, too much. Wrong time, kills them. So if you do decide to get an aerator, you want to start it for like 5 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, hour a day. Kind of like very gradually pick up. That way you don't shock the fish and push up too much bad water at the wrong time. This is truly one of those trust me bro moments, but just trust me bro. I don't know the science behind it, but I know there is science behind it. All right, let's go to the pond. All right, we've arrived. Hello, duckies. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm kidding. It is a duck. All right, but here's the game plan. We're going to go ahead. We've got a couple objectives. Obviously, today I said I wanted to get that big box on the dock. But I also want to upgrade the duck platform a little bit. Because here's what we're going to do. So you know these diffusers? Well, you got 2 options with them. The deepest they can go is 15 feet. which is pretty good. That means that all water from 15 feet and up is going to be circulated. But as you can see, this pond likes to go down about 5 feet in the summer because it's got a very small leak, but that small leak paired with no rain, it goes down. So if I set these at 15 feet winter pool, in the summer it's only going to be 10 feet. That is unless I figure out a way to suspend them at exactly 15 feet year round. And so I'm thinking I might be actually suspending them off of the duck house. I think that's probably the game plan. First, let me go ahead and get this big box. Let's just get it down there to the pond. Come on, big box, get over here, buddy. Oh my God. This thing's heavy, but I mean, it's a stinking unit. All right. Hey, y'all want to see something cool? Watch this. I'm going to turn on this feeder and the ducks might fly over here. We're going to turn it on to test. We're going to check my battery. All right, it's going to shoot out some feed. Let's see if the ducks come. Oh no. The motor didn't work. Let's try to get her here. Something ain't right. That ain't good, Moultrie fish feeder. That ain't good. This ain't good. Fish feeder ain't working. Another problem we're going to have to work with today. Oh, it honestly looks like it's not worked at all for a while because it's still got all the feed in it. I'd say these ducks are kind of hungry then. Let's go ahead and grab some and sling it out then. See if that catches their interest. Yeah, they're just going to swim over here. Yeah, I put this much feed in there like a week and a half ago. Looks like the motor's stopped up, clogged up. I don't know. Maybe I got it unstuck. Let's try it again. Okay, we're going to go to test, program, test. No, test, program. Let's check it out. Fixed it. Unfortunately, it had to be fixed, but sometimes it do be like that. All right, that should be good. I'm thinking we're on this dock, we're going to have two heavy objects. We're going to have this solar aerator, and then we're going to have a fish feeder. So I'm thinking we put the solar thing over here on this corner, the fish feeder on that corner, and then for the solar fountain, the motor thing's actually going to be the fountain itself, so there's not going to be extra weight. Then maybe I'll put me a little swing right here, and I can swing. That'll be, I think that's sick. Let's go ahead and see if we can pull this thing out of its box. Might be easier to lay it down somehow. Come on, thing. Okay, nice. Got some cockroaches in there. Nice. So this right here is our pump. Wait a minute. Listen, listen. Listen, Linda, listen. This thing's pumping right now. Oh my gosh. Dude, this thing's way cooler than I thought. Oh my goodness. It's paper. This thing is legit. It's running that much just with this. What if I told you that we have enough solar panels to do like half the area of the dock? So we're gonna have a lot of this. It's very powerful. I've seen solar panels the size that we get that can do whole houses, which is crazy. And we're gonna be pumping it all straight into the pond. Here's on and off. There's off. There's off. I guess I could technically have 3 air stones, but I think I'm just gonna have 2. But realistically, I could just set up 1 today. I'm gonna go ahead and set up 1, and I'm just gonna barely set it over in the water and see what it can do. Yep, here's the stuff. This is some electrical cable. But as for me, I'm just looking for this 50 foot of water hose and the air tube itself. And this all comes in a kit, which is super nice because, well, if it comes in a kit, then that makes everything simple. And here's the entire installation manual. Yeah, this all comes in a kit, and they send you a manual, and there's videos on it on YouTube. But I can tell you right now, if I just had to rig this stuff up, KG ain't gonna be doing that stuff, okay? If they didn't make a kit, I couldn't do it. But luckily, they do. Let's see, I'm gonna take the air stone, I'm gonna take this tubing, and by golly, we're gonna hook this thing up right now. I mean, we're not gonna hook it up in its final spot, but we're gonna hook it up. Let's undo this tube. And this is 50 foot, so it can cover some ground for you. We'll leave that out for that. Pull out a little bit here. What? But long story short, I gotta get this into that. It's game plan here. might be dinner here. Hot dog. Maybe we just did that. Did we just do that? All right, let me figure out where that goes. Let me slip this on this. Dude, if I just hook this up and it works, I'm literally not gonna know what to do with myself. Usually everything I do takes 4 extra steps because I mess it up the first time. Usually the things I do myself and put together don't work very well. Hardly ever do I do something right the first time. And then I've already got me a little bit of a chain right here for no reason. It's just randomly dangling. Probably 10 feet or something. Let's hook this up. Okay, honestly, we're doing pretty good. Let's get this thing in the water a little bit. Stop it right there. So right there, we're looking about 2 feet in the water. Let's run it back. It goes into this one. So we just need to turn this one on. Let the solar start pumping. And now let's watch and see if we get air to start coming out of this stone. It might take it a second to get there, I don't know, but let's just see. You can see it down there in the water. I'm seeing a bubble come up here and there. That could be the start of it. Actually, in the meantime, let's roll out there in the boat. I'm going to make an addition to the duck platform. We're kind of going to combine the first duck platform with the new duck platform and just make one big duck platform. I kind of think it's a good idea. We'll find out. Got the drill, got some screws, got some wood to connect it. This thing's running wide open, man. This thing's running wide open. But I don't think I'm getting any air yet. That stone could be too big though. That's always a chance. I don't know. Oh gosh, I about killed myself. Man overboard, about went down. All right, let's undo me right here. Let's get going. I'll tell you what I'm pumped for. In the springtime, whenever they've dookied all over this duck platform and then the seeds that they ate start growing, I think that's gonna be sick. But yeah, you can see it's 2 pieces of plywood. There's another piece of plywood over here. I'm gonna bring it over here, connect it. That way it's even bigger. Daggum, son, that must have been Shantae. It looks like a stinking goose did that. Yeah, smells great. All right, now I've just gotta get this thing and figure out how to drag it over there. Shouldn't be impossible. All right, so we are right where we need to be. We need to be right here. That is harder than I thought. I need to get this duck house over here. All right, so step 1 is to get these 2 connected right here. Now, how do I do that? Great question. I'm going to use a drill, a piece of wood, and some screws. That's how we're going to do it. Alright, so first I'm going to go through the wood and try our best not to drop this. Because if we drop it, we lose. Okay, very good. And then we'll come in with this wood under there and drill into it. Very good. Alright, we're almost in. Now we just need to line up this piece of wood with that piece of wood, and then we connect it with another screw. Just like that. We need this right there. Boom, connected. Another screw here, and another screw there, and we're good. Then we gotta go to the other side and do the same thing. Very, very good, very good. Now, we need to work on flotation. You can see that's floating good, this floating not too good. That's what I brought these pieces of foam here for. Should be able to double them up, slide them under, and this might be enough to actually bring this up a little bit. Yes, it did. And look at there. Now it magically floats a little bit more than it used to. Perfect, that's what we're looking for. Now we gotta go to the other side, we gotta do the same thing. Now look at that, huh? I just improved the duck platform. It may not look like much, but it gets me really excited. Let's get back over there and see how this pump's doing. All right, let's check it out. It's still not putting out air. Most likely, I don't know. I'm not an electrician. I'm not a plumber either, so I'm not gonna pretend like I know. Let me get my boat docked up. We'll take a closer look. See what's going on here. Is this the right one? This should be the right one. Shouldn't be air escaping. Hey, how many valves is there? What if I turn it off? What happens? If I turn this one on. Because it has 0 pressure. Maybe it needs to build up pressure first before it can pump it pressure. I don't know. Let's give it a second. Let's see. Let's watch and see if it's building up. I'm gonna go read the manual real quick. BRB. Okay. I don't think we need this yet. Install the air filter muffler import compressor. Thread filter requires prosthetic necessary replacement. I don't know what that means. Ooh, what is that? I did just locate a button. Let's see what that does. I found a button, a switch, if you will. Let's see if something starts changing. There's a chance it just needs to charge though, because it just got taken out of the box. So, all right, so we got a licensed electrician out here.
Buddy, don't call me licensed. I'll get you killed.
Anyways, what we figured out is that everything's going good, but the buzzing we're hearing, that's actually just for the fan. So it looks like these 2 solar panels on top just run a fan all the way at the bottom just to keep air circulating and keep it cool. But then these 2, which are the big solar panels that we don't have yet, is what actually runs the pump. So
yeah, you'll probably have to set those, like, you might have to get like a post or something and run them to it. Or
yeah, we're gonna put a post up there on the bank. It's gonna be huge. The solar is gonna be huge.
Yeah, I guarantee that's why it's not, because I don't think Aerator put enough out to run that pump. That's a pretty good size compressor.
Oh yeah.
I'd say at the very least 12 volts to run that.
I don't know what that means.
Like a car battery at the least.
We're gonna have to, but yeah, I also looked at the wires and they just go straight down to the fan. I just gotta get the panels out and then this thing should start pumping.
Yeah. Mega 2-pack.
2-pack, here we go.
2-pack.
Let's see. So this here is the fountain thing. So we're not too worried about that right now.
The fountain thing.
We got this thing. Now this is the 8-panel adjustable top of pole mount kit. We're gonna be setting one of them up while we got a little extra time here. Oh my gosh, it's heavy.
Is it?
It's the real deal though. It's gonna be weathering every storm there is. Hopefully gonna be here for years and years to come.
3 months.
No. I'm sorry if back here looks like a bunch of stuff's just been piled up, because that's what it is. There's a fish feeder, the one that broke. Here's the box. Something's in the box though. Shepherd's hooks. I've got a bunch of ideas laying around. I think that's the nicest way to put it. Hey, May! All right, what was I doing? I done forgot.
You used to talking about shepherd's hooks.
Knife. I need a knife to open the box.
Yeah. How long do you think it's going to take for somebody runs into this little piece of rebar?
Oh, it's going to be
quick.
30 minutes. I think it's going to be you or me, and it's going to hurt.
Yeah.
I got my traps hung up. I'm planning on spray painting them.
What color?
As you can see, I've not done that yet. I don't know what color. They're going to be underwater, so maybe like black or green.
Bright orange.
Nah, I don't know. I think beavers might see that.
No. No.
We got this locked up.
Cuts to the most important part. Is that the Smith & Wesson one?
It is. It's a good knife. All right, here's the kit. We got metal. We got aluminum. We got them. We might not be able to put this all together today. I'm gonna say probably not.
No.
No, we can do it quick.
Yeah, we can do it. You just gotta throw the directions away. And
look here. Right here's what weighs most. Okay, son. Yeah. Where's the instructions at? Here we are. So when we get done, it's gonna look like this right here. I ain't even kidding. That's as big as the bathtub. That's big. Yeah, let's go ahead and get to it. If I remember correctly, I forgot.
you need a ratchet and adjustable wrench.
Probably. All right, I'll be taking these apart. You go grab a socket and an adjustable socket wrench.
I can do that.
All right, cool.
Here you go.
All right.
Look at your big cut.
All right, we're gonna put this together. Watch out for the knife. We're gonna be putting this together. Enjoy the time lapse. We're gonna try our best. You gotta get that other side on though?
Well, all the sides are on now.
I mean the other screw. Oh, okay, I got you.
You know me. Might go on, might not.
All right, guys, it's the next day back at the pond. We have these frames built like we were building yesterday, and we have enough solar panels to fill up this entire one. Today, the objective is still pretty simple. Simply get the rack with panels on it and then connect it to the thing to see if it works.
We need power.
We need power, and that's what we're gonna do. But we're gonna put the panels right here for now, just lay them on the ground. Look how much time we got left. It's already shaded over there. We just got a little bit of time right here. All right, let's do it, I guess.
I think it'd be best to like lean. Well,
Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah, we're both going to pick it up though. It's pretty heavy already.
Just lean it like that. Yeah. All right, we're gonna get these solar panels on. We're gonna do it kind of quick. Yeah, let's do it. I'm gonna video our ducks though real quick. What are you doing, Shantae? Also, comment below some names for the mallards. They've not died yet, so maybe they're here to stay. All right, we're gonna build some. All right, so here's the panels. This is a 2-pack, or 2-pack, some would say.
Yeah.
But anyways, 8 of these fit on here. So, I mean, you see how big that is. That's big. That's about as big as the dock itself. They do got these boxed up real good. Hard to do anything.
Yeah.
That's okay though. They're protected, and I think solar's. Is it supposed to be fragile?
I'd say it is.
Yeah, I don't know.
Well, they probably knew where it was going and probably watched the videos before and like, yeah, these gotta get sealed up good.
Either way, I think we got our first panel off. Here's the things. This is the wiring. Technically, we could go hook this up to the things down there and it would start doing powering. But what we do is we get 8 of them, connect them all right here to each other, and then finally down. But first, let's go ahead and set this up. All right, how do we do this?
We gotta use those little things that's putting together.
Them big long ones?
Yeah.
All right, let's see.
So the ones like this, these go on the outside, and these connect them like down here, like that.
So we need 2 at the same time?
Yeah. Here, hold that one up, and I'll try to multitask and like, so put it.
Which way do we want to hold it? Like this?
Yeah. Like that, yeah. Now you take another one, just put it on there, but what we gotta do is you take that screw, run it down, and it secures it.
All right, we can do this.
Science.
We can do this, maybe.
Yeah, that's a 2-man job though, because if not, something's getting broke.
All right, we'll catch y'all later. We're gonna try our best. Catch you when this is ready.
Kitchen's in.
Well, by golly, call us electricians. Let's see, what is this?
That ain't long enough to reach down there.
We are closer than we have ever been before. We think we got all the things hooked up close enough to actually connect right here.
No.
No, not at all.
No. Good thing they sent you a bunch of tubing with that.
All right, so right now it's just not quite long enough.
Nope.
All right.
I say just bring your box like right here.
Right now?
Yeah.
Yeah, we can do that. It ain't getting any sun.
Very little.
Might just get enough sun to test.
I'll just take my phone, shine on it.
All right, bring me that cord real quick. Let's hook this baby up. This is all just a test. This is not final, but negative goes into plus. Nope, negative something. Luckily, they make them really easy and impossible to connect the wrong one. And we gotta come over here, grab this one. This has been a journey. Now let's see if we did it right. We ain't got hardly a bit of sun hitting the panels, but we might just have it. We might just have enough to turn this thing on. Here we go.
Probably.
Okay. Let's see. Look here, son. It's starting to light up. I think in the next. It is, ain't it?
Yeah.
All right. Well, then we need to let this one go through. Oh my gosh! Look at the PSI thing. It's going up. Let's see what she's doing. She ain't getting no sun. Yeah, let's scoot it. Let's here, shine your light on it.
Here, we go turn her up. I don't think it works like that though.
It's got to, don't it? Here, do something.
We tried.
No, it says we got low power. You know the funny thing though? When we came here today, this was all sun.
The brightest spot in the place.
This was the brightest spot.
Yeah.
And it took us, it's not that it took us a long time to build it. It's just we came when it was pretty late anyhow.
It took us An hour.
Yeah, an hour to put together an entire panel and learn how to do it. I mean, she's trying right here. It's pumping air. It's just
not a lot of sun.
Not a lot of sun, can't do much. Next step, we build the next panel. We'll come back tomorrow, turn this thing on during the day. For now, we'll go ahead and turn it off. That way it don't aerate too much too soon. And yeah, we'll just let that sit right there for now. But overall, I would call it a success.
Nothing broke.
Next thing we gotta do two things. We gotta build the whole other panel thing. We gotta get the new post in the ground that they're actually gonna sit on. And then from there, we've still gotta...
We need to straighten the dock out.
Yeah, we gotta fix the dock. It's a little wonky. It's not exactly working the way we was hoping it would. And I don't know what to do about it.
I mean, it's floating. I'd just leave it. That's a lot of work. Probably them ducks down there.
We'll figure it out later. I think we did pretty good. Let's pick up this cardboard and then we'll catch you guys tomorrow. I guess we'll try to build a little bit more.
We're heading over to Kendall's property now. We put the big pump together and we got everything loaded up. Now we're gonna see if it works. I mean, there's about a 4% chance it works. We spliced them, and then to connect them, we beat them together with a hammer. And now it's moment of truth. And then we don't have a ground, so I don't know if it's gonna work yet. Do you?
I don't know.
To be determined.
TBD.
TBD.
Tell them what else we're doing. Pontoon.
Oh, he bought a party barge.
Yeah, let me tell them.
Go ahead.
All right, so I don't know if y'all seen this, but back in the, or not, I don't know, a little while ago, I bought on Facebook Marketplace basically a really basic pontoon. So it's a pontoon with just a flat top and nothing on it. We have decided to part with our emotions, and we have decided that even though we built the dock that's on the pond, the one that you've seen, it's not superior to the pontoon thing. Long story short, we're gonna be dragging the big pontoon thing into the water. So now we're gonna have pretty much two docks.
It's not been in the water yet, so how do we know?
We don't
How
know.
do we know if it's gonna float or not?
We don't know.
Well, we'll figure it out.
Big improvements happening at the pond. Big problems. No, big improvements.
Big improvements.
Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
All right. Get y'all there. You recording?
Yeah.
Are you recording?
Yeah.
All right, we're at the pond. There we go. Let's get a step out. Check out this panel. We got sun now, but we might be able to turn this thing on.
Might be. Yeah, it's right in the light, buddy.
Huh?
It's right in the light.
Yeah, now this thing's gonna start kicking, all right? So the sun right now is over there. If you didn't know, the sun comes up and it goes down. So it is at an angle. We're probably gonna try to angle it right here for year round, one place sun. I don't know. All right, let's kick this thing on. Let's see what we can do. I think this is gonna be pretty sweet though. That's just the fan from the day one thing. Let's go ahead. I need to turn it on. But now I'm gonna turn it off. No, I'm gonna turn it on. All right, it's about to start kicking, dude. I think. We're gonna give it a second. It takes a second to boot up. So we're gonna give that a second.
There it goes.
Let's watch that pressure. Gee whiz. This is just running off of one. Oh my gosh. Here you go. Oh, the ducks are like, oh gosh, they're gonna migrate. No. It's not that scary. It's not that scary. All right, so yeah.
Take off,
This thing's mean, dude. Look at this thing. It's kicked up to like, I don't know, whatever PSI that is.
Look at it down there in the water already.
Let's go. Yeah, so this is the dock that we're probably gonna phase out. Just because it's like, you know, not really. Oh gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh gosh. Dude.
How far under is that?
It's only like 4 feet, but for it to only have that much sun, because it is at an angle,
That's
pumping.
a little pump.
That's a little pump right there. We got a little pump right here. And then what's the fountain's name that we just built?
Shoot it up. Terry, wasn't it?
No, Terry's the hoodie.
What did I name it?
This is plumb like a hot tub.
I'll think about it.
Wasn't something with a D?
I don't-
Darius?
Darius.
I don't know.
Darius Rucker. He's a singer. No.
We're gonna let that thing. William?
Yeah, William.
William the pump,
Yeah.
the fountain.
Yeah.
This is a little pump. All right, well, here we go. We got that thing pumping. We'll just let it run for a minute. Not a problem with that. And so it's pretty much gonna be doing this, and then I can make it quieter like that. So that ain't very loud. That's manageable. Like, that's enough to where we deer hunt around here. That's enough to where I think it actually help, because it's gonna give a constant hum. Don't worry about the ducks. They're gonna get used to it. Fish ain't gonna care. The deer aren't gonna care either, because it's just gonna be a constant hum.
Hot tub.
Yeah, well, we're gonna let this thing run for just a moment. We're not gonna let it run all day. The good thing is that it's only about 4 foot deep right now, so it's not like it's gonna change up too much. If we put the aerator all the way at the main bottom and started pumping it up, that's whenever we'd start running into pumping up bad deoxygenated water, just because that would be below the thermocline. But 4 feet deep, it should just be circulating good water. We'll let it run while we're here, and then before we leave, we'll turn it off and just slowly start turning it on. 10 minutes a day, an hour a day for a week, 3 hours a day for a week and a half. Slowly just getting everything used to it.
So what happens if you pump the bad water up, like,
well,
immediately?
Let's say, so right here, the good water goes down to about 10 feet, but the bottom of the pond is about 20 feet. That's about 10 feet of bad, dead water where there's no oxygen, nothing can breathe, kind of stagnant in a way. So if you start putting that aerator at the very bottom, it's going to start mixing it. And so it'll end up mixing it to where it's...
Does it turn all of it bad, pretty much?
Well, it turns good water into half good water, because you just mixed it all up.
But you don't want that.
No, you want to slowly start mixing it, because once you start mixing it, then it all turns into good water, but that takes a little bit of time. If you do it all at once, you'd essentially artificially turn over your pond, which is what kills a bunch of fish every year.
Makes sense.
Anyways, here's the fountain. This thing's going to be wild, son. I tell you what do we need to do right now? Get this thing in the water?
We got to put it in the water. Somebody's going to have to float out there and do it.
Oh, I got it.
Yeah, you can float out there and do it.
We got you don't want to get in? You're just going to film from the dock.
I'll get in when you help you set it up, because yeah.
There ain't much set up, is there?
No, not really. I mean, either way.
Let's try it.
All
right, so I need to grab the rope.
Soap on a rope.
Where's them pliers at?
Which ones?
The ones we brought.
No, right there in the door.
The door?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Always a good place to have a good K-bar. Let's just get this thing in the water, and we can move it around a little bit later. This is what's gonna weigh it down to one spot.
In theory. I'm gonna be shocked if that keeps this whole thing afloat.
It's supposed to. See if you can grab the wire. I feel like I'm about to shoot like a bazooka.
That's what I'm saying.
Got the bazooka right here. Where's the target? This thing's heavy, but this is the pump. You know, like with the aerator, or technically diffusers, what that thing is, the big box that's running is the motor. This thing, what I'm holding, is the motor. So the motor's out in the pond.
Oh, yeah.
But the diffuser's gonna work good on mixing the water. This thing should be shooting stuff up in the air and really oxygenating the water, which is a really big extra deal. Watch out for that big cable. We're gonna walk out on the deck, hopefully. It might be slick.
Oh, it is.
All right, here you go. Go ahead and hand me that real quick.
There you go. Don't fall off the dock. You know what we could do? Plug it up and make sure it works.
Yeah, that's what we're going to do. Let me hop on the bathtub, and I'll pull it out there a little bit.
Okay.
That way it don't soak us.
All right.
And then we're going to hook it straight up to the solar panels, make sure this thing works before we do all the work to tying it down.
I think it will.
No, yeah, I think it will. It's supposed to, but you never know. Proper planning prevents poor performance. How you like that?
Yeah.
Hmm?
Yeah.
Is that good?
Yeah. That's the quote of the day. Or quote of the hour.
Yeah. We'll come up with something better.
Yeah.
Like shoot it in the head. That'll be a quote of the day probably later. Anyways.
Get on your vessel there.
I'm gonna get on my vessel and I'll pull that out a little bit deeper and then we'll test it.
Yeah, this dock's really unstable.
Anyways, good thing is that looking up here at our little thing is that it is holding good.
Yeah.
It's floating. Look at that, just pumping. Straight pumping. I like that.
That's pretty nice. I didn't think it put out that much power.
Watch me lasso this thing. And that's not even full sun yet.
You're just getting farther away from it.
How am I missing that bad?
I don't know.
Now I'm gonna back out in the middle and get it out a little bit more in the middle.
Okay. There it goes.
Make sure we don't pull too much.
You're good, go ahead.
All right, now I'm gonna come back.
All right.
And then we'll hook her up and test it.
What if it floats back with you? Because that's what it's doing.
Well, we need to lay out more of that wire then. Kick off a little more of that wire. Because that wire sinks.
Yeah.
Oh, now. All right, I'm coming back in. We're going to test it. It kind of keeps wanting to kind of creep back in, but that's what the weight's for. That's what that big cinder block is for. Dude, we're kicking this pond up to the next level. Big time.
2 levels right now.
Yeah, 3 levels with the pontoon. Party barge.
That's true.
We're going to see this dock's kind of grounded, all right? It's stuck on the bank. We're going to hook up the pontoon where we can just disconnect, put your dad, the boat motor on it, should take off anywhere we need. Let's hook this thing up. You stepped on the cord.
I know.
Watch out. All right.
I'm going to get behind you so if it just kicks on immediately.
We'll go ahead and turn that off. Give them pliers.
Here you go.
All right, taking my jacket off for this. This could be big. Could be big, big, big. All right, are we ready for the solar array for the fountain?
Yep.
All right, moment of truth right here.
There's one. So they're in.
They're in.
It works.
Yeah, it works. Look at that. I think I'm at a golf course or something. For KG, that's insane. How did we get here?
It sprays a lot higher than I thought.
That's just with half sun too. Wait until the sun's straight down. It's gonna be above them trees.
Wait till we plug every hole but one. It's just shooting one string straight.
We're gonna get us a 3D printed one. It's gonna come out and look like a dragon. What do you think about that?
That's pretty epic.
That's silent too. Like you don't hear a big motor.
It sounds like somebody's peeing.
How do you turn that off? Oh, the box.
Yeah.
The box that we've not installed yet. That's supposed to be the middle right here.
Yeah.
Because there will be a time in winter, I think you might as well turn it off because the fish aren't using oxygen.
And you'd be trying to pump ice.
Yeah.
It just freeze up.
But these are rated for ice, so that's a good thing. Now it's just time to move on to getting everything in their final places, which is going to be on the big pontoon dock that we're about to get ready to install. Dad's on his way right now. He's going to be hopping up in the excavator. We're going to be putting that thing in right here, and it's pretty dang big. And that's when everything's going to reach its full potential.
Yeah.
Now that's a lot of oxygen. That's a big deal to the fish. And this is all the RPS solar pumps thing. They ended up giving it to us so that, I don't know, I guess we'd show it on the video. But I'm gonna be honest with you dudes, I was gonna probably buy one of these anyhow. But luckily, they're like, hey, if you put it in a video, we'll just give it to you. And I was like, all right, I bet. Sounds good to me.
Pretty cool stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of solar aerators and fountains out there, but these are the biggest ones and the ones that actually do the job. Like this is a 1 acre pond and that's big enough to sustain it all. So, and it wasn't hard to put together. It's a lot of boxes and stuff, but I mean, you got a lot of hardware. Here's the thing though. I mean, if me and Ethan put it together, that says something, honestly. If me and Ethan can come out here and put together a solar array and a fountain, I'd say you can too.
Oh, no way.
Huh?
They're going to go to school to get our knowledge. Here out. There comes the pontoon mover.
Here comes big pontoon mover, son. When he sees that fountain, he ain't gonna know what to do. He's gonna be so excited he might just drive in the pond.
He might jump right out of his truck in the pond.
He may just have a heart attack and die.
He might just go take a shower in the pond. And that's crazy.
He'll either be impressed or he'll be impressed and not show any emotion. He sees it. He sees it. He's in awe.
He is.
All right, he's over it.
No, he's turned back.
He's seen everything he needed to see. Stands on business. Time to get that pontoon in the water.
What's your thoughts about that?
I didn't know. I didn't think him to get hooked up, but you got it going. That's nice.
Yeah.
So that's the battery pack.
There's no batteries in that. That's just like a control panel, pretty much.
Control panel.
That's different. That's the diffuser.
Diffuser.
This is the fountain. That's the diffuser. That one's not on.
What does that do?
It bubbles up from the bottom.
Oh, that's different than the fountain.
Yeah.
We don't have batteries,
No.
No battery.
so at dark this don't work.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can.
At night it turns off.
It turns off in the night, just when
Yeah.
the sun's out.
Yeah.
Okay.
Which is a lot.
That'd be enough.
Shantae likes it. All right, let's get the pontoon moved, and then we can start finalizing some of this stuff.
I just had a problem. I can't find it. Pontoon. I can't find the pontoon.
It's over there in the weeds. You didn't see it?
No,
It's in the food plot.
in the food plot.
We'll go over there.
Okay.
Do what?
I have a problem.
What's your problem?
I checked the batteries and there was a snake skin about this long curled up at the batteries, and I don't know where the actual snake is.
It's probably, might be by you, you're warm.
Can it get in the cab?
Yeah.
I don't see one in here. Maybe it's back there around the engine, or maybe it left.
Maybe to get caught in that big fan back there.
How can you tell if it's a copperhead or black snake?
You'll smell a copperhead.
I didn't find a smell, just found the skin.
I don't know. Best of luck, I guess, on that one.
Should I keep the door closed?
Nah.
We'll try it.
If you keep it open, it's a faster escape route, though.
Okay. I'll watch for it.
There's the pontoon. Looking good. Maybe I never showed y'all. I don't know. I don't remember. But there it is.
What do you think? Hook to all four corners or what?
Now let's try two.
Two?
Let's just try two diagonally.
Okay. We can do that.
Nice flower.
Yeah, it's really good.
You know how you used to tell me about that snake?
Yeah.
We're around one right now.
We are.
Yeah.
How can you tell?
They smell like cucumbers, copperheads do.
Maybe up under there.
Yeah, because when I walked over here, I smelled it pretty strong.
You know what's crazy? We could build a school out here on this.
Better watch the Dollar General pop up on it if you ain't here for long.
Dude, I'd be okay with that. I like Dollar General.
Well, no.
Do they need to be?
Right down there.
Yeah.
It's in there. There she goes. Straight up bouncing. Well, we was checking a deer feeder, heard a loud boom, and the pontoon is no longer in the air. We'll see here. Yeah, it broke good. Yeah, so the strap didn't break. It actually broke the pontoon. That's why they make Flex Seal, right? It's got a hole in it now. Well, here's the strap.
That should be hooked onto the strap.
I think the strap broke too.
Yeah, it did.
Let me just tie it to the front end, and I'll pick it up and just walk around and just pick the front end off the ground and just pull it. We get over above the bank and we'll just lead it down in the water.
You do whatever you think you need to, as long as it gets there in One piece, I guess two now. This is a big upgrade from what we built.
It's at least twice as big, I feel like.
At least, I think it's more though.
Yeah.
No.
And they're in. And across the pond he goes.
This thing ain't sinking.
No?
No.
What about when the fountain fills up the pontoon?
Land ho. Now what do we call my ship? Party barge? How's that?
Turkey Force 1.
Wheelchair accessible?
Yep. Well, it's in the water.
Hop up on it.
Huh?
Hop up on it. There's your paddle, and just in case, you know.
I'm probably going out.
Oh, definitely, yeah. What do you think? Is that a little more stable than the thing we built? There's a yellow jacket's nest up there in the corner, so just keep that paddle. They won't bother you, probably.
I'm allergic to them open.
No, ain't none.
You know what I just thought of?
What?
During the 4th of July, we launched fireworks off of this thing.
We shoot fireworks, cannons, artillery, taking the pond to the next level. Look at this. Like a stinking, we're gonna have to start golfing next. We got us a big resort out here.
Putting green.
Well, now we need to get some of that sand and make a beach.
There's a base of bedroom.
All right, so here's what happened. We ended up finding the piece that broke off. We're gonna see how that shapes up, and then we got some JB weld that will inevitably try to weld it back on with. But I'm gonna grab this hammer just in case we actually have to bend something a little more, because, well, it took a lot to bend like that. So let's just go see if it lines up first. It might not line up. It might line up good. It might not. I don't even know. It fits. It does need reshaped a little bit. Worst case scenario, we just cake JB weld all over it just like that. And there we go. Maybe not the prettiest thing ever, but it should hold. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. Tomorrow, I'm going to be moving around some of the other stuff, actually mounting it probably to this dock and everything. Just making sure everything's very much good to go. But as for now, we're done. And here we are. We have everything installed, and we're going to kick it on up. Also, I'm thinking about changing the name for the party barge because it really doesn't fit that well. So I think we're just going to name it Greg. Anyways, let's fire up these things, see how they work. But yeah, we got one big solar panel. That's going to be the fountain. This big solar panel is going to be the diffuser thing. Let's kick them all out, hop on that on Greg, and see how these things work for real. All right, here we go. Moment of truth. We don't even have a ton of sun either, so they're not going to be full power. But we'll come in here, crank this thing on. Let's see how the fountain's gonna do. Should start kicking up here in a second. All right, there we go. There we go, and it's growing. It's actually pretty big. But that's the thing, it gets a lot bigger when it's full sun. Right now it's cloudy, so that's all we can get. But I will say it does get about 10 foot tall. It gets as tall as those trees over there, so. Now let's walk down, let's turn on the diffuser. And while we're walking down here to hop on Greg, if you're interested in any of this stuff at RPS Solar Pumps, which are these people, use promo code POND75, and that's gonna get you $75 off whatever you buy. So yeah, if you want a pump, use that promo code, I guess. Anyways, let's go ahead and kick her on. And it stopped, so that's just because we don't really have the best sun, so. But whenever it does be full sun, and you'll be seeing it in later videos, you'll be seeing what it looks like in full sun. But for today, this is just all we got. So it's going to kick on, then it should start pumping. And we'll walk up to the front of Greg, and we'll see how this thing's really pumping. And while it's kicking on, yeah, there she goes. Yeah. And then we can close this top. That'll suppress the sound a little bit. But I got the hose ran under Greg, and it runs all the way out here and goes straight down. That way it's able to get down pretty deep and really diffuse a lot of that water. So right here, I don't know exactly how deep it is right here, but it's pretty solid. And I'll be honest, I know that the fountain is epic, but my personal favorite is probably the diffuser. And if I could only have one, personally, I would go with the diffuser. And it's only gonna get stronger as the sun keeps coming out. Just with what sun we got right there, that's pretty dang good. And it's gonna sit there and it's gonna circulate the water column and make the fish be able to go a lot deeper because it'll all be mixed up and oxygenated. So yeah, there's that. The fountain has stopped here for a minute because it's not getting as much sun. But big upgrades to the pond? Daggum, I know it's hunting season and hunting videos are coming, so just stay tuned. We're hunting actively, but we just needed to, well, install these pumps and stuff while we get them. I mean, throughout the next so many videos, I'll be checking in with these things. Hopefully I get to show you what they look like in full sun, but whenever it's full sun, they're like cranking, so that's always good. But yeah. Click over here if you want to see a video where we actually caught our first fish out of the pond. It was a couple months ago. We caught a little bit of every species and done a little measurement on them. Or right over here for whenever we did some other pond upgrades, but the black bears didn't really let it happen. So